What's the fastest way to scale on Facebook? Is it to run ABOs or CBOs? That's the question that we are going to be answering in today's video. And if you're new to the channel and you don't know who I am, my name is Christian Jamal. I run a 7-figure marketing agency and I'm here to share with you guys all my tips and tricks and my secrets. So without further ado, let's hop into it. Now, the biggest thing people talk about when it comes to Facebook is which strategy should you use? And there's a lot of different strategies that promote a lot of different theories and concepts. What I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is not based on opinion. It's based on experience. I've already spent over $100 million on Facebook. The question of ABO versus CBO is a huge part of your strategy on where you go at the beginning, in the middle, and as you are scaling. When it comes to CBO, that means campaign budget optimization. That means you tell Facebook, this is how much I want to spend on a daily basis, period. And then Facebook will try to figure out which audiences are working that you have selected and which ads within those audiences are working that you have also selected. On the other side of things, an ABO is an ad set budget optimization, which means that you are eliminating the chance of Meta deciding which one of the audiences gets more budget, and you are manually deciding the budget side on the audience. However, when it comes to the ads, that is still up to Meta's discretion. Now, does that mean it's a good thing, allowing Meta to do its job? I would argue that it is and it isn't. Because keep in mind, Meta is a business, right? They want you to make money. They want you to grow your business. So they try their best to truly understand your business. But at the end of the day, Meta's never going to understand your business more than you. So what we want to do is we want to give Meta the tools to succeed and then let it do its thing. So typically what I like to do is I like to give Meta a sniper approach. And then as we keep hitting, now I want to give it like a rifle approach where, yes, you can still hit at long range, but you're not going to hit every single shot, and then let Meta optimize. And then we can go into like a shotgun, which is like a close range, right? And the reason I'm explaining this is because the strategy I believe in is as follows, okay? So you always want to start with an ad set budget optimization. Again, the pros of this is that you get to control the budget, but there is an alternative way to control the ads as well. Imagine this. Imagine we had 5 audiences and 3 ads inside each one of these audiences. Meta is going to spend where it sees best fit. But now, let's say in this same exact scenario, we had 15 different audiences with 1 ad in each one of those. Now, even though Meta has the control to spend wherever it wants to, when it can only spend in one place, which is that singular ad, then Meta is going to spend the entirety of the budget in there. Now, this is going to allow the ads to actually spend money because Meta a lot of times optimizes based on initial numbers, which don't always refer to long-term growth. To give you guys an example of this, if there's an ad with 1 cent cost per click and one ad with $1 cost per click, Meta's going to want to spend a lot more money on the ad that has 1 cent cost per click. However, if the leads are actually coming from the $1 cost per click, then Meta is going to already be optimizing towards the other one. Now, obviously, this is a very black and white example. Meta is smart enough to dictate if you're getting leads. However, you do want to make sure to set these boundaries so that Meta is not really doing a lot of decision making and more so just spending the budget on what you believe in. Now, is it wrong to use Meta's opinion? Absolutely not. But it's very important to give Meta an environment that you control at the beginning before you allow it the leeway to do whatever it wants, right? So it's very similar to when you get a puppy, right? Like they need to be trained, they need to know the rules of your house, etc. And then after that, you can start being a little bit more lenient. And the same concept applies here. So let's say theoretically we started with 1 ad in each ad set. Now we notice that these results are doing really well from these 5 ads and these 5 ad sets. What we want to do is we want to then merge them. We can use all 5 of these ads within the ad set and still select ad set budget optimization. Now, when it's verified that this actually works really well, what you want to do is you want to then allow Meta more control because now you've figured out more audiences that are converting for you. And now what you can do is you can take the best ads and the best audiences and put them in a CBO, which is a campaign budget optimization again, where Meta now has the freedom to spend wherever it wants. Because keep in mind, those ads that you're running, they're not going to be a winner every single week. Some days, some might be better than others, and vice versa is also true. Now, when you give Meta the ability to control that, Meta will do a lot of the handiwork of recognizing which ad is performing best today, tomorrow, the day after, etc., and move the micro budgets in between them to allow you to get the best result. But if you gave Meta an open arena to do whatever it wants right off the bat, then chances are you're likely not going to get the results that you want. So are CBOs bad and are ABOs good? The truth is, they're both good and they're both bad at the same time. If you want to scale simply by running ad sets, that is also going to hurt you in the long run. And the same concept applies with the CBOs. If you want to get started with CBOs, then that is going to hurt you in the short term. So you need both in order to succeed and scale your business. And that's exactly how I would do it. I would set up singular ads in singular ad sets, find the winners, move the winning ads into winning ad sets, still run an ad set budget optimization, and after that is verified to be working, then I would move them into a CBO. That's pretty much what I've done for over $100 million in ad spend, and a lot of my clients are absolutely on autopilot, where I never have to look at the account because now I gave Meta the tools to succeed, and Meta is generating the results that our clients want. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed this type of content, click right here. There's a lot more videos that will help you grow your business using paid ads.